If you've ever dreamed of becoming an Olympic athlete, you can imagine just how tough that is. But this is ground zero, an unconventional way for young athletes to make their Olympic dreams come true. And for some, it could be in a sport they've never even tried before.
So we're trying to fill a gap in talent identification for athletes who have either flown under the radar and haven't been recognized yet, or they've pursued another sport that maybe wasn't the best fit for them and they could excel at one of these Olympic sports. They just haven't tried it yet.
RBC Training Ground tests athletes between the ages of 14 and 25 for strength, power, endurance, and speed. Those scores, combined with their previous athletic experience, are reviewed by scouts and coaches in 8 national sport organizations, like rowing, athletics, speed skating, or snowboarding.
If the athletes test really well, then there's a potential for them to maybe get involved in a sport that they haven't thought of before, and you just never know, it could be Canada's next Olympian.
Cassidy Sear is a multi-sport athlete who focuses on soccer. Her goal is to be an Olympic athlete regardless of the sport. She was a finalist at last year's Training Ground.
It was one of the best experiences of my life. There was a point where I felt like I never did as well as I had hoped, but it was still just the experience altogether was absolutely amazing.
She's been talking to wrestling coaches since then. About 6 athletes from the Training Ground testing in 2017 are now working their way towards the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. The whole concept turns conventional sports specialization on its head. Keeping children in multiple sports has been shown to benefit them, and it's something Jill Officer firmly believes in.
I think it can prevent burnout and a loss of passion and determination for one sport. I think it can just teach you fundamentals in different ways and just teach you mental skills in different ways. So I'm a big proponent of having kids and athletes play more than one sport. So this is certainly one of those things that maybe opens up the eyes to people being involved in more than one sport.
Athletes who are scouted can expect to get their invitations from the specific sport organizations over the next few weeks. From there, they may be selected for the finals RBC Training Grounds in Calgary in early September. In Winnipeg, Stefanie Lasuik, City News.